Hi, my name is Elizabeth, and today I want to present to you our first electronic episode of our Spark Stories series, which began as a program at the Central Library in January of 2020. Spark Stories is a monthly series from the Des Moines Public Library, which features individuals who are making this city a better place to live. Each month, speakers will share their Spark story or the specific experiences which inspired them to give back to their community. This series is for anyone who is looking for uplifting stories and meaningful ways to get involved. Today we are featuring Rob Hoover from the Connection Café. This is his Spark story.
Can you tell us about the work you do in the community?
Sure. I coordinate the Connection Café, which is a lunch program for homeless and low-income individuals, the food insecure in the downtown area. It was started by 4 churches here in the downtown area: St. John's Lutheran, St. Paul's Episcopal, First United Methodist, and St. Ambrose Catholic Cathedral. And they decided to join forces to reach out to those who were in need in the community. They had people who were coming to their door asking for assistance and thought that this would be something that they could do as a community to help those less fortunate. They hired a coordinator to coordinate the program, to recruit groups to come in and serve, and then I started about a year and a half after the program began, and I've been here for about 15 years.
What made you decide to focus on this type of work?
Well, I grew up in a Catholic household. My mom, we didn't have a lot of money, but my mom was always very generous. We would always have a family that we would sponsor at Christmas, and we would do other things. In my grade school, we went out and went to St. Vincent de Paul, and we helped bag up different things for those in need. And so it's always been kind of something ingrained in me I think from my early childhood to help others. I worked for a number of years in youth ministry in the Catholic Church, and we did a lot of service projects, including we made cookies at one time for the Connection Café. I was looking for a new job and saw that the Connection Café was available, and so that worked out really well for me to start and to be able to serve the community at the same time while working.
What keeps you motivated to do this work?
Yeah, we have a number of people who come in who are in need, of course, and they will talk to me about their situation and about helping other people in their building or other family members. There are people who will ask for additional lunches to help out other people. So that's always inspiring. I mentioned earlier making cookies for the Connection Café, and we did that, and we came downtown to deliver those. And I remember encountering some homeless people who received lunches from the Connection Café, and just talking with them about their situation kind of really reinforced what we were doing and what I was doing at the time and what I am doing now.
Did you have to stop offering lunches during the pandemic?
We've continued to serve. In mid-March, when things really started to get bad and things like that, we decided that we would serve lunch to go. And we did that inside one day, and then we moved outside, and we've been able to serve on the courtyard here at St. John's every day that we're normally open. We're open 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, and we were able to continue to serve. Most of our groups have continued to provide food, and they just bring it down and do it. There are some groups who have asked us to provide the food, and so I will go out and purchase the supplies and things we need, and then I have a group of volunteers who help me prepare the meals, and we've continued to serve throughout.
Has there been an increase in need during this time of the pandemic?
We've actually seen a little bit of a drop in numbers. I think there's a fear of getting out as much, but we've stayed pretty steady. We're serving about 105 people, 105 meals a day, the days that we're open on average. Some days it's much more than that, some days less than that.
How has COVID changed your ability to connect with people who come in for lunch?
I'm used to going around and talking to the different people sitting at tables and seeing how things are going. And we have a lot of regulars and I know them pretty well, meeting new people, those kind of things. It's a lot more difficult currently, but we still try to at least touch base with people, see how they're doing, those kind of things. But it has been more difficult.
Can you tell us about the organizations that are involved in donating food to the Connection Café?
Yeah, we have a number of churches, local churches. We have everywhere from Baptist, Episcopal, non-denominational, Catholic, Lutheran churches. We also have business organizations who have continued to help out. I have a group of friends who, some of them have retired, some of them are still working for Mid-American Energy, and they come down and serve every month. And then we also receive pastries, leftover pastries and things like that from Starbucks downtown, and we put those out and allow people to get a pastry. And we have other people who donate other personal care items and clothing. We're a little more limited as to what we can give out at this point, just because of COVID, and so we're a little more cautious, but we're still trying to allow people to get some items as they need them.
What do you say to new volunteers who would like to get involved with the Connection Café?
At this point, we're a little bit more limited. We have open days each month where we don't have a group that is serving, and so we have to go out and purchase the food and prepare it. So we're always in need of groups or individuals to help prepare those meals. And some people have slowly come back to start serving as well. We only take a couple of those each meal, but we're welcome. People are welcome to do that, and we welcome them. We make sure everybody wears a mask while they're serving, and we have hand sanitizer and gloves that we can wear as well. So,
what do you hear from your volunteers about why they work with the Connection Café?
Yeah, I have a group who comes in monthly, and their group leader almost always posts on Facebook that it's the best day of the month for their group and for them and for her. And because of the age of some of the volunteers and just worries about a coronavirus, they have not been down, but they've continued to reach out to provide supplies. They did an Amazon wish list for us, and ordered things from Amazon, had them sent here so that we could prepare lunches, and extra hand sanitizer and masks and things like that. We hand out masks to all of our guests if they don't have them, and so groups like that have continued to be inspired. I had a lady call me earlier today, and she hasn't served for a number of years, but she said that she wanted to come down and do something again because she really missed it. She had some sweatshirts and things that she wanted to donate. So I think I always say that it can be hard work, but you get out of it more than what you put in.
Are there any books that have inspired the work you do?
Yes, well, I would of course start with the Bible, just my upbringing. Also, Mother Teresa, several books by Mother Teresa in her own words, and A Simple Path, I believe. Also, I remember reading Angela's Ashes, and just the abject poverty that the McCourt family went through was something that I think really touched my heart and made me realize that there were people even in bigger need than I was.
Is there anything else you'd like to share?
I think we our goal is to reach out to those that live and work in the downtown area and those in need, to touch them, to make connections with our guests and with the community in general. That has certainly become more difficult as we've been forced to move outside and do lunch to go. But we hope to be able to move back inside after the pandemic is over, to build those connections among people, to reach out to those who are in need and to continue to serve.
How can people reach you to support this work?
They could contact me through our website, which is theconnectioncafe.org, all one word. And then they could also email me at theconnectioncafe@hotmail.com, or call my cell phone, which is listed on the website as well. So.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Rob.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for watching Spark Stories. I hope it was inspiring for you. Do you know someone who has a great Spark story to share? Please send us an email at reference@dmpl.org to nominate a speaker. Thanks, and I hope to see you next month for another Spark Story.